my normal advice working in presidential campaigns is when it's the other side's convention, just get out of the way. Don't try to fight it. Just, so you're going to lose a few days of messaging. So what? It's not going to kill you. That's not why you're going to lose the race. However, I think every moment should be driven by one basic principle: attack, attack, attack. And when you get tired of attacking, attack harder. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't treat it any differently than I would treat anything. Just attack Trump. And whether or not he has this, stupid convention, he still made $2 billion. He still has a cabinet of billionaires. He still has this crooked family. He still has a war that he lost. That more people have been prosecuted for seashells than Jeffrey Epstein. And I would just keep going at that. And it'll be a few days and it'll be over. I think the one thing that every campaign has the exact same amount of is time. So how are you going to spend this time? And I think that Democrats have to prosecute. That should be their major, their default. If you don't know what to do, attack. Now, there's different ways to attack, and there should be different ways. The way Tallarico attacks isn't going to be the same as the way, like a Mondami attacks or those candidates attack. It's different. But it should all be driven by arguments in front of a jury that the end will be these people are guilty. And I've always liked campaigns where you could run the first spot you did as your last spot. That it's sort of like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, in this campaign, I'm going to prove the following. And then at the end, you go, ladies and gentlemen, we have proven the following. And I think that's, in fact, I've run the first commercial and the last commercial in many races. So what do you get when you attack? You're not defending. You're not explaining. You're not apologizing. You just attack. And
the other reason it matters so much, Stuart, and I'm grateful for the way you described this, because I think this is actually really central to everything that's going to happen. If you look at that Senate polling, we're within margin of error in basically all those races. So shifting the national climate by another 2 points against Trump between now and Election Day could be the difference between us winning and losing the Senate. And so the ability to continue to drive down his approval rating, he's giving us an opportunity. I mean, this is the thing. We should view this, in my view, we should view this convention as an opportunity to continue to drive his numbers down and to make it more likely that these very close Senate races that are within margin.
There's no sane Democrat consultant in a tight race that is happy about this convention. Like at a time where, the last thing you want to talk about is Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to make it inevitable. You have to talk about it.
I agree. I mean, it's a huge opening for us. And it's part of the reason I asked you is that I think this is a new thing, right? We haven't done this. We don't have a strong national party right now. Right? We have a Senate leader and a House leader and a DNC that is, sort of deferring to others right now in a midterm before the DNC sort of takes greater prominence next year in the presidential cycle. But we're going to need to be collectively very loud here. And I think there needs to be some public discussion about what that means, and how, because one of the things that I've been disappointed in, to be honest with you, is that I feel like the party that Schumer and Jeffries, the DNC, the Maine governors, the big attorneys general should have come together around a couple things that they worked on together, where there was a clear unified voice across the whole country to sort of be more muscular and more stronger. I think Trump wants us, he wants to divide and conquer. He wants us apart and not together because we're stronger together and not apart. And I think that this couple days coming up in September is a real opening for us to do creative and powerful things together. And I hope you and your remarkable organization continue to air out, thinking about what we can be doing.
Every Republican on the ballot supports Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. Every Republican on the ballot supports a war that we lost. Every Republican on the ballot is responsible for record inflation and the lack of earning power, while others get rich. Every Republican's for that. And I would hold them accountable. Straight up. Why do you support Jeffrey Epstein's best friend? Why do you support this war that we lost? I think the problem that people have in campaigns sometimes is when you attack and it doesn't instantly change a race, you think the attack didn't work. No, it's the wrong conclusion. It means you need to keep attacking. It means you need to hit harder. We lost Vietnam, but it didn't mean that helicopters don't work. That wasn't the right lesson from it. They just weren't maybe, used it the right way. There was sort of other factors. So this is the danger of tracking. You go out with a message and it hasn't changed anything. It's just not how politics should work. Let me tell you, man, there wasn't any focus group that said Willie Horton was really a great idea. I promise you. People didn't see that spot and go, oh, I love that. You really should run more of that. But they attacked. And that's usually the most aggressive candidate wins debates, and usually the most aggressive candidate wins races. It's like sports. You watch these World Cup races. The side that wants to win more, particularly now, is winning.